If your shoulder hurts but you're not sure if it's actually a rotator cuff problem or if it's coming from your neck and nerves, this video is for you. Most people get told their pain is from rotator cuff tears, arthritis, or impingement, but a huge chunk of them actually have neck-driven nerve referral or a mix of both. If you don't know which one you are, you end up chasing the wrong root cause and staying stuck. Today I'll show you 3 simple at-home tests to see if your shoulder pain is more likely from your neck or nervous system or your shoulder joint, plus simple drills you can start right away for each pattern. I'm Dr. Joey Seyforth, online shoulder rehab specialist with Combat Performance. Most people come to me saying they've been told they've had rotator cuff tears, arthritis, or impingement, but a lot of them actually have neck and nerve referral or a mix of both. When we treat it like a rotator cuff tear, but the real driver is the neck and first rib, the shoulder never really fully improves. If you bounce between PT, imaging, maybe even injections, and the shoulder still hurts, especially with sleep in certain positions, this will help you make sense of it. This is one of my clients in his 50s. This is what he said.
I could basically not lay on my left shoulder. I couldn't find any position of comfort to be able to get a decent night's sleep.
Once we realized the neck and nerves were driving his pain and added a belt first rib mobilization, his words were this.
And you had given me the where I use the dog strap over the top of my shoulder, and I was like, that's crazy how that could happen just that quick, you know?
Here's the point. If it's neck or nerve, you can do all the rotator cuff stuff in the world and never get the real change you want. So let's figure out what's actually going on with your shoulder issue. Quick safety note before we test: if you have severe constant numbness or tingling in the whole arm, major weakness where you're dropping things out of your hand, or recent trauma from a fall or accident, get checked by a medical professional first. If that's not you, these gentle tests are fine to try. This burst test is a median nerve tension test. This test looks at whether your nervous system is sensitized and referring pain into your shoulder or arm. The median nerve starts in your neck, passes under your collarbone and shoulder, and runs down the front of your arm into your thumb, index, and middle fingers. So tension anywhere along that path can show up as shoulder pain. Here's how we test it. Stand tall. On the painful side, bring your arm out to the side with your elbow bent, palm facing up. Slowly straighten your elbow, extend your hand and wrist and fingers pointing towards the ground. Take note of what you are experiencing, whether you're feeling tightness, pulling, or tension, and where you're feeling it at. Now that you've noted what your symptoms are, bring your ear to your opposite shoulder while keeping your arm extended. Now take note of what you're experiencing in your arm or shoulder. Are symptoms changing? Are they increasing? Are they decreasing? Any change is telling us that is a positive sign from a referral higher up. Here's what we're looking for. Do your symptoms change when your neck position is moved? If that's a yes, that is a positive sign. A positive sign leans more towards a neck and nerve pattern, which is median nerve tension, than a pure rotator cuff issue. Test 2 is a first rib test. This checks whether your first rib and nerve area under your collarbone is contributing to your shoulder pain. The first rib sits just under your upper trap and collarbone, and the nerve bundle to your arm, your brachial plexus, passes right through it. So stiffness here can create shoulder and arm symptoms. Here's how to do it. Take a belt, dog leash, or strap. Sit on one end of the belt so it's anchored onto your hip on the non-painful side. Bring the belt up and over the upper trap and first rib area on the painful side so it sits just above your collarbone. Grab the free end of the belt with both hands and pull down to create gentle tension on that upper shoulder and first rib area. While maintaining that light downward pressure, move only your neck. Bring your head down and in towards your armpit on the belt side like you're sniffing your armpit, and then bring your head up and away toward the opposite side of a diagonal. Alternate between those two directions. This is mobilizing the first rib and opening up the space for the nerve bundle without putting the arm or shoulder into any special positions. Here's what you're looking for. Is that first rib area tender or stiff under the belt? Do you feel limited in trying to move your neck down and in or up and away in this position? And do your usual shoulder and arm symptoms change, even slightly, as you move your neck with the belt tension on? If you find clear tenderness on that first rib upper trap area under the belt and or limited neck movement in this position, and your shoulder and arm symptoms change with this setup, this leans towards a first rib / nerve scapular pattern again. More neck and nerve system than just a local rotator cuff issue. And test 3 is a neck mobility screen. This checks if your neck movement itself is tied to your shoulder symptoms. Gently turn your head left and right as if you're looking over each shoulder. Then gently bring your ear towards each shoulder into a side bend. Notice what happens to your shoulder pain as you move the neck into rotation or side bend. What you're looking for: is there any sharp pain or strong limitation in the neck itself? Do your shoulder symptoms get better or worse with neck movement? Here's the interpretation. If moving your neck reproduces or clearly changes your shoulder pain, that's a strong sign your shoulder symptoms are at least partly coming from your neck and nervous system. If neck motion does nothing and your shoulder only hurts with local loading and lifting, that leans more towards a cuff/joint dominant shoulder issue. Now let's get into a couple exercises. We're not doing full rehab here, just proof drills to show how treating neck and nerve versus joint and cuff can change your symptoms. Use the pain traffic light with these exercises. If you're in the green, you're not having any pain, that is okay. Yellow is a little bit more uncomfortable but settles within 24 hours. And red, sharp, catching, or worse later in the day, we need to back off. We overstimulated the nervous system. If test 1 and test 3 affected your symptoms, this is your exercise. This is a median nerve glide. The test is the exercise. Start in a similar position to the test. Arm out to the side, elbow bent, palm up. Slowly straighten your elbow and extend your wrists and fingers down towards the floor, feeling a gentle stretch to your upper arm and forearm. If that feels okay, meaning there's not a sharp increase in pain, you can gently tilt your head away from that arm to increase the stretch and glide to the nerve a bit more. Then return your head and arm back to the starting position and repeat. Remember, nerves don't like being yanked. They like movement and blood flow. You should feel a mild pulling or tingling that eases up as you go, not a sharp electric zap. Complete 2 sets of 8 to 10 smooth reps once or twice per day. If you feel clearly worse after doing this, more pain, more burning, symptoms that don't settle, the stretch was done too strong or too many reps. Back off the range or the volume and keep it lighter. If you want to go deeper into this, the Big 5 training guide is linked right in the description. If test 2 changed your symptoms, it's the same setup as the test. We're doing a belt rib mobilization. Same setup as the test. Belt over the top of the painful side shoulder just above the collarbone, angle to the opposite hip. Hold the belt with your opposite hand. You should feel a gentle stretch or pressure at the top of the shoulder and side of the neck, not a stab. Complete 2 sets of 12 to 15 reps, especially before bed or before activities that usually bother the shoulder. In the last exercise, if you're having neck stiffness, neck mobility issues, and you can't free it up, this exercise is going to help. This is a chin tuck and extension. You're going to sit tall, gently tuck your chin straight back like making a double chin without looking down. From that tuck position, you're going to nod up to extension and then return to that original position. Complete 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps. You can pair this with other drills that we have, such as banded scap angels or windmill liftoffs. But the key point for this video, if neck and nerve is involved, cuff only work is incomplete. If your symptoms change with neck movement, median nerve tension, or first rib belt pressure, your shoulder pain is not just a rotator cuff problem. Neck, nerve, first rib need to be part of the plan. If your symptoms are mostly reproduced with local shoulder loading and not much with neck and nerve tests, your pattern is more cuff and joint dominant, and the other joint and cuff focused videos on the channel will help. Either way, now you have more clarity on why my shoulder just hurts. Let's recap. You might have been told that you have a rotator cuff tear, arthritis, or impingement, but a lot of shoulders, especially people age 40 to 70, are actually dealing with neck and nerve referral or a mix. Test 1 looked at median nerve tension. If the head and neck position changed symptoms, that's neck and nerve. Test 2 is a belt first rib mobilization. If the first rib pressure changed your symptoms, that's a positive sign. And test 3 was neck mobility. If neck motion reproduces or changes shoulder pain, the neck is heavily involved. Use median nerve glides, belt first rib mobilizations, and chin tucks and extensions as proof drills to see how your system responds. If you've been treating your shoulder like it's only a rotator cuff problem and nothing has really changed, it might be because the real driver is your neck and nervous system, and nobody has ever shown you how to check that. To help with that, I put together a Big 5 training guide that breaks down the exact 5 areas we talked about: your neck, thoracic spine, shoulder blade, shoulder joint, and nerves, plus the tests and exercises to start changing each one. You can download it using the link in the description. And if you want a personalized second opinion style plan, someone to look at your Big 5 areas in the context of your symptoms, your imaging, and your goals, then text me the word pain to 720-710-4371 to get a tailored step-by-step approach on how to permanently fix your shoulder pain. Our mission at Comeback Performance is to help over 1 million people around the world eliminate their shoulder pain, avoid unnecessary imaging, injections, and surgeries, and get their lives back. After you reach out, please like and subscribe to the channel. We're putting out daily content based on your guys' questions on shoulder-related topics regarding pain and rehab. At Comeback Performance, the comeback is always stronger than the setback.